Hey there, home cooks! Welcome back to my kitchen. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect homemade scrapple, a dish that's both delicious and easy to prepare. If you haven't heard of scrapple before, it's a delicious and savory breakfast dish that's a staple in many American homes, especially in the Mid-Atlantic region. Ready? Let's get started. First, let's talk ingredients. You'll need 1 pound of pork shoulder, cut into cubes. This will be the base of our scrapple, providing that rich, meaty flavor. 1 onion roughly chopped. Onions add a wonderful depth of flavor to the dish. 4 cups of water. This will help cook the pork and create a flavorful broth. 1½ cups of cornmeal. Cornmeal is essential for giving scrapple its unique texture. 1 teaspoon of salt. Salt enhances all the other flavors in the dish. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. A little bit of pepper adds just the right amount of heat. 1/2 teaspoon of sage. Sage gives a nice earthy flavor that pairs well with pork. 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. Thyme adds a subtle aromatic touch. 1/2 teaspoon of marjoram. Marjoram has a sweet, citrusy flavor that brightens up the dish. Start by adding your pork shoulder and onion to a large pot. This combination will form the base of our scrapple. Pour in the water, bring it to a boil, then reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 2 hours, or until the pork is tender and falling apart. This slow cooking process ensures that the pork absorbs all the flavors. Now, take the pork out of the pot and set it aside. We'll be shredding it in a moment. Strain the broth to remove the onion pieces, then put the broth back into the pot. This broth is packed with flavor and will be the base for our scrapple mixture. You should have about 3 cups of broth left. If you have more, you can reduce it by simmering it a bit longer. Next, shred the pork with 2 forks until it's finely pulled. This step is crucial for the texture of the scrapple. Add the shredded pork back into the broth. This will help the pork absorb even more flavor. Gradually whisk in the cornmeal and keep stirring to avoid any lumps. The cornmeal will thicken the mixture and give it that classic scrapple texture. Add the salt, pepper, sage, thyme, and marjoram. These spices will elevate the flavor profile of the scrapple. Stir everything together until it thickens up nicely, which should take about 10 minutes. You'll know it's ready when the mixture starts to pull away from the sides of the pot. Once thickened, pour the mixture into a loaf pan lined with parchment paper. This will make it easier to remove the scrapple later. Smooth out the top, cover it with plastic wrap, and refrigerate it overnight. This allows the scrapple to set and develop its flavors. Alright, now the fun part. It's time to cook and enjoy our scrapple. When you're ready to serve, slice the scrapple into 1/2-inch thick pieces. This thickness ensures a perfect balance between a crispy exterior and a tender interior. Heat up some oil in a skillet over medium-high heat. You want the oil to be hot enough to crisp up the scrapple. Fry the scrapple slices until they're golden brown and crispy, about 3-4 minutes per side. The key is to get a nice, even crust. And there you have it, perfect homemade scrapple. It's crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. The crispy exterior with the savory, meaty interior is just irresistible. It's a texture and flavor combination that's hard to beat. To make your breakfast even more special, I like to pair my scrapple with sunny-side-up eggs and a side of buttery toast. The runny yolk from the eggs adds a rich, creamy element to the dish. The richness of the eggs complements the scrapple wonderfully. It's a match made in breakfast heaven. You can also add some sautéed greens or a fresh fruit salad to balance out your meal. The greens add a nice, healthy touch, while the fruit salad brings a refreshing sweetness. Give this recipe a try and let me know how it turns out in the comments. I love hearing your feedback and seeing your creations. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tasty recipes. Happy cooking and see you next time!